And on to our next bout this evening. We have fighting out of Salzburg G in the blue corner. Welcome into the cage, Michael Skogmann. And welcoming his opponent in the red corner, fighting out of Cambridge. Welcome into the cage, Frantz Carpentier.
Well, Nick, we're getting ready for this welterweight contest. Michael Skogmann fighting out of the blue corner, representing Salzburg G, taking on Frantz Carpentier.
Ooh, Frantz with the kind of sloppy catch of the kick takedown.
Yeah, it looks like that's the game plan for Carpentier, is the stay in, clinch.
Well,
maybe take away some of the range of the...
Yeah, he's probably given up, I don't know, 3-4 inches worth of height and range.
Got to be careful with that, doesn't he?
Oh, he's got it deep. I can't see whether or not he has it underneath the arm.
Just trying to connect those hands. I don't think he's got it quite yet.
No, he's doing a good job of keeping his chin tucked. And now he's sitting in guard, but it'll be interesting to see what he can do, because he's putting his hand down on the mat, which you never want to do. You need to roll that arm up and get it out, especially with somebody whose legs are as long as those. It's easy for that guy just to switch his hips and take his leg or take your arm home with him.
Again, good work off the back. Got the butterfly in if he needs to create some distance, but looks to me like he's happy down here.
Well, he's setting up that triangle. He's got those long legs.
Pulling down on that neck.
And Frantz was smart. He postured up, got his head up, brought his shoulders up, and was able to use that to pass.
Again, here he is in side control. Again, I still think one of the most underutilized positions in amateur MMA, because you can throw knees to the body, you can control from there and do some damage, and we tend not to.
I never understand it, because everybody they go to the head when you can kind of go almost to north-south and just annihilate a guy's body. And especially for amateurs, they're not used to getting completely destroyed to the body, so it's an easy way to break them down and have them thinking twice about being on the ground with you.
Trying very hard to, he's controlling well, but no damage being done at the road. It is just top control.
Yeah, I don't know if he was trying to pull off like an Americana or what he was doing, because he was stretching the arm out earlier, and now it just seems like he's happy to sit there, but he's not posturing up, he's not raining down punches.
Staying heavy, but yeah, certainly not looking to finish from here just yet.
No, I don't know if he's just getting comfortable in the position, trying to figure out, okay, what is it that I learned from this position again? And doing the mental note. That's another thing, though, with the amateurs, is it's not muscle memory yet. So it's a lot of steps over into mount. Now he's looking for, try to rain down enough punches to hopefully get this thing finished.
Well, only a few seconds left on the clock, and position reversed at the end. Just seemed a little bit half-hearted with that ground and pound.
It seemed like he was working more positional, trying to set something up rather than, butter it up a little bit, maybe cause a little bit of damage and force the guy to move where he wants him to go. Now, from over in Michael's corner, I'm telling him, let's stay at range. You've got that distance. Let's work it. Let's throw that jab out there. Throw the low leg kicks. Don't worry so much about the takedowns. You know that you can handle yourself kind of when you're on the ground. The one thing that I'm over here and I'm telling Frantz is stop ducking your head every time you come in, and it's a tell. When he comes in to close the distance, he ducks his head off to the right side to throw punches.
He wasn't. He was fairly close to getting caught in that high angle guillotine in the first. We go touch of gloves and see if the second round plays out like the first.
Michael comes out throwing that jab.
Carpentier, when he throws everything into that right hand, he puts himself right off balance with it.
He turns his back completely around. I mean, he puts himself in a dangerous situation because he's ducking as he's throwing it. He's throwing an arm punch, but trying to throw his body into it.
Skogmann need to maybe just consider throwing a few more like that straight down the pipe.
Like I said, if I was in his corner, I would have said, hey, just throw that jab. Don't even worry about throwing the haymakers. Let's throw that jab.
Carpentier ate a headshot 10 seconds ago, decided he didn't like it, and is working real hard for that double leg. Can he turn him?
Switched it to a single, now he switches back to a double. Michael's doing a good job, though, of trying to get back to his feet, get back to a base. Now he's working, pushing that head away, which makes it really difficult to hold on to those legs.
I mean, how much work are these guys putting in right? It doesn't look like it, but it must be a ton of effort.
Tomorrow, even after that little 10-15 seconds where he's getting his head pushed away, he's going to feel it in his neck because he's straining to push against it, and you have a grown man with a straight arm pushing it.
Does he need to be careful of the head position here?
Well, he keeps putting his hands on the mat rather than putting them on the body, so he's putting himself in a position where if Michael wanted to just reach up underneath his chin, he has that opportunity to get that guillotine, especially with those long legs.
And Frantz Carpentier just seems happy to work positional control from here.
He doesn't seem to do damage when he's on top until he got to mount, and then he attempted it. He works a lot to try to get into that right position to throw punches, and sometimes you can't wait that long. You know?
Now, this is a good position. You got Skogmann pushed up against the cage.
His head's buried in the corner. It's a smart move to just start tagging the body, even if it's just peppering shots. Posture up a little bit, throw the punches.
Those long legs almost made the difference here, but Frantz.
Good little scramble, and now Frantz has got that double leg.
Oh, and scoops it out the hips and drops him.
Now with a little bit more time on top, let's see what he's able to do, whether or not he'll stay busy, and he already starts going to the body, looks to posture up to try to rain down some punches.
Again, Frantz doing well, just trying to lock him down at the moment. Skogmann up again, and
Michael's biggest thing is he's got to get quicker on these reversals. He's getting to these positions where he's being held down and he's waiting for something to happen rather than making it happen.
I got to tell you, though, as I'm looking at both fighters, Skogmann in the blue corner just doesn't look as tired. Doesn't look like he's gassing out quite as bad at the moment.
Frantz is over there. He's taking deep breaths. He's holding himself up using the cage. Whereas Michael's listening. He's looking him in the eyes. He's shaking, yes, I understand what you're saying. He's repeating back to his coaches what they're telling him to do.
Glad I did my semester of psychology at uni there, because that's it for my body language expertise. It just seems we got one fighter who looks a little bit fresher. We'll see if that makes a difference in this round. Here we go.
Touch him up at the beginning of the third. Let's see if he starts with that jab.
I'd like to see Skogmann pick up the pace on the feet a little bit.
When he started throwing punches in the second is when Frantz went in for that double. So if he can sit there and he can connect and land some punches, can maybe force him to make a mistake. But he's got to be aggressive.
Okay.
Frantz is tired and backing up.
Yeah, another deep breath out of Carpentier, and eats a straight right there, and cheeky little head kick follows it.
Ooh, another head kick and another one.
And I think that's smart from Skogmann. You know, as soon as that distance starts to close, he stepped back a little bit now. I think he knows where this fight could be won.
Yep, and Frantz, he's in that desperation mode at this point where he needs to get that takedown.
But nice stuff for the takedown, and I think that's all down to the gas tank, if I'm honest. 2 headshots and 2 big head kicks in a row, and you can see deep breath.
Frantz is looking for a safe space right now. Michael lands a nice straight right.
Now, is the risk here for Skogmann that he over kind of shoots his wad too quick or gets sloppy? Is that the only risk he's running at the moment?
I mean, as it is now, the punches that are coming back are few and far between, and they're not thrown with anything. So if he gets aggressive, he can get this fight stopped by just being aggressive, cutting off the cage and throwing multiple strikes, whether it's punches or kicks.
I'd like to see him attack the body a little bit as well.
I mean, Francis now went about 35, 40 seconds without throwing a real punch. That's the first one he's thrown in about the last 40 seconds. And that was a half-hearted arm.
Yeah, it's constant backward steps now. And he thought about the knee. You can see him. Oh, it's a nice shot. But watch keeping Carpentier up. Great heart, but he is being tagged on now. A flick kick as well.
The key was he needed to close the distance. Now he's got a chance to kind of get a bit of a breather, try and lock his hands, try and get that takedown and try and survive. He knows standing on the feet, he's just a target.
Right, that was every few seconds you're going to hit me. But it just doesn't seem like he's got the strength anymore.
Now this is more of a ploy of, okay, let's push this up against. Now he hears the ticker. There's 10 seconds left. All he's got to do is survive.
Exhausted.
Craig Powell.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we have your winner by majority decision in the blue corner, Michael Skogmann.